Everything has a meaning, but none of it makes sense.
You fight well in the old style, but you've caused me enough trouble. Now you face the Shredder.
From apartment lots to felony shots to padded locks, the government rots. The land of the dreamer is what we're not. Hoping for riches with vision of prison is what they feed to. Everybody has a good heart, but the world might not agree with you. Ice cold, we fold to the molding as if it's destiny. My little nigga 15, how the fuck he got a felony? Life struggles, I'm living off of Mickey D McDoubles. Got my dickies from the swap meet, I'll probably get into some trouble. Russell Simmons on the TV in 3D trying to trick me. The current state of hip-hop is a mystery. Young rappers and house niggas, black queens and porno pictures. The love of money turned the guards into some lynches. All these housewives be gold digging hoes and bitches. They fake weave having horsetail swerving for the system. Why they caked out? You got your man looking like he bitch made. See, Brenda had a baby, but she drove a nigga crazy.
Everything has a meaning, but none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Everything has a meaning, but none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning, but none of it makes sense. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning, but none of it makes sense.
Know the government's corrupted, but a part of me still loves it, cause it made me who I am, and I ain't down for changing nothing about me. Trying to be as humble as I can be. I had just discovered Wu-Tang Gang, dropped the documentary. My family bumps the chronic, Dr. Dre, he'd be a millionaire. He could've saved the city, but the city was too gritty. Corrupted corruption, for the paper chasing, they dumping. You serve a life in prison, a born again Christian, a born again Muslim, a born again religion. It's nothing, when you posted on the yard and race jumping. Ain't it a shame, just minimum wage, don't feed the household. Flip a couple bricks though, take care of your people, that's the message. When you make it more for doing shit illegally. Prostitution floods the streets, ain't nothing new to me, we bugging. I'm zoning out the classic dead presidents. It made me who I am, and I ain't down for changing nothing about
Everything has a meaning, but none